What's going on, good people? If you ever want a song to knock your socks off, play this song by the Yeah. This is Wolf. Blows my mind. That's not what I'm here to talk about today. Today, I'm going to show you a quick video. We're talking about the iFi Zen DAC V2. It's right here. Now, if you've seen my previous video, I have the V1 of this. And that thing's made out of plastic. It works well. There's some crackling on the volume pot, so be it. This one's better every single way. This one has better internals. There's a better DAC chip in it. What do they call it? It's called the XMOS 16 core chip. I don't care. This one sounds better, has more clarity. The bass control with this is better overall when I plug it into the Fosi Audio V3 and connect it to my MacBook Air with this Audioquest Cinnamon USB-C to USB-B input. Aesthetics aside, my biggest complaint is probably the volume pot on this as well. I wish I could say otherwise, but I do still hear some crackling every once in a while when I use the volume pot on this. But here's how I solve that. Well, I use the fixed volume control, and there's that selector on the back. Things on the front. It's hard to read this, and that might be part of the issue. The power match. Power match impacts your speakers and your headphones on here. It makes it so that if you have difficult to drive speakers, that it does raise the dB up, I would guess 3 or 4 dB. True bass, whereas in the volume or the version 1, that impacted the speakers and the headphones. This true bass does not affect the speakers the way that the V1 did. Volume pot, light in the back is cool, still scratching. There's an unbalanced input for your headphones. I don't like having a tether on me. I use Sony's WXN FM5. I don't know, whatever the earbuds are that Sony makes are like $299. But using this with wired earbuds from Apple, I know they're not great, but sure, sounds great. Then there's also for balanced headphones. Again, I don't have balanced headphones because I don't like it. Now notice I'm going to turn this around, but the power is on right now because it is connected with a USB-B into my computer. But there's also the option of plugging in a 5-volt power supply into here that does provide improved performance. I think it's great. I just like the simplicity of not having as many cables, so I keep it plugged in and powered with my computer. This is USB-B digital input. If you know that that's what you're going to use, this sounds great. You're going to get MQA decoding. You're going to be getting, how far up does it go? I mean, you're going to go up to 384 hertz. You're going to be doing just fine, 24, 384. And then you have your RCA outputs. I have this going right now into the V3 for a desktop setting. And then, like I said, to bypass the scratchiness on the volume pot on this iFi, I changed it from variable to fixed, and that disables not just the volume control on here, but it also disables the volume control on my computer. And then it strictly is maintained with the, in my opinion, better volume pot that's on the V3 of Fosi. And then you have a balanced output on the back as well. Here is what you should know. It works great, it sounds great, it improves the volume of this quite a bit. Now, about 2 weeks ago, I was at a wedding and I didn't have this in quite yet. And I was using a Fosi Audio V3 plugged in with an RCA cable into the 3.5 millimeter output on my MacBook. And guess what? Sorry, it's on the back, but with these, the Martin Logan Motion 20Is, it blasted for 7 hours playing music in ways that everybody loved. People were dancing their tails off. It was great. It was amazing. And nobody complained of the sound quality. Everybody was done dancing. They were chilling on the couch, having whiskey and beers. And we were listening to Gregory Alan Isakov with a nightcap. Guess what? People still loved this with the 3.5 millimeter output on my computer. But here's the thing, and I don't call myself this often. My wife called me an audiophile the other day, so I'll say this. This, for my sake, in a desktop setting with my Criton 1TDX upgraded speakers, it's good. The bass is more controlled than the version 1. The mid-range, it's a little bit analytical, but I'll forgive it because the treble is so much smoother with this. Overall, it works really, really well. And in this price range, and this retails for $199, but if you go to Listen Up like I did and get it for 99 bucks open box and still has the warranty, $99 on a cheap system, it is a no-brainer for me. I can tell a difference. General population cannot tell a difference. And in this setup, I consider it a required device because I want to convert my digital music to analog with the USB-B into here, and it sounds better for my purposes. But for the general population, I really don't think it matters. I think DACs, for most people, are superfluous. It's a big word for me to use, I know, but superfluous. If people ask me if they should get a DAC, I say only if you need it. In this situation, in my opinion, I need it to convert my digital to analog and then go into this cheap, inexpensive Fosi Audio V3. But for most people, if they were to ask me how to improve the sound of their system, I think you should just get a better amplifier with analog. This, does it make my Rotel A11 Tribute sound better? Not better, just different. A little less organic. Does my A11 Tribute with this sound better than just using the analog inputs on the Croft Phono Integrated? Not a chance. The smoothness goes away a little bit with this into the hybrid amplifier that the Croft is. It's just the reality. It just does. The analytical nature in the mids is just, it's noticeable when you plug it into this. So do you really need a DAC? I think for most people, my advice now, it wouldn't be get a DAC. It wouldn't even be get an expensive DAC. Don't go with like the hyped up DACs that are out there right now, put out by some of the audio channels. Just get a better amplifier. Get a better integrated so you don't have as much clutter with multiple boxes. Like if I wanted to upgrade from this setup, and this is $199, and then this is, right now it's about 150 bucks with the required, in my opinion, 48 volt power supply. And then shoot, even this cable was $99. So we're looking at $450. I think it's worthwhile to go up market a little bit and get something like the Rotel A10 Mark II, or look at the new Arcam A5 that just came out. I think you're going to get something that is more succinct, sounds just as good, and it's going to be more functional for most people. I really think that getting a DAC is a shortcut for making your sound better. Get a better amplifier. It's a better investment. This thing is going to get outdated real quick. Yeah, that's my advice. Comparisons. The only comparison I really want to make is with the shit Modi 3 Plus. This iFi sounds better in every single way. Well, it has some analytic to the mid-range. I think the shit, it's not bad. I just think that what's the right word? It makes it flatter, makes it more analytical with everything. I would get this if you know you're only going to be using the USB input. This is the one I'd get every single day of the week. But if you need some functionality, yes, the shit has more functionality. It has coaxial, it has USB, it has optical. And if that's what you have to do, then do it. Just know that the sound quality is not going to be as good as this one is. If you're going to go upmarket a little bit, I really don't like DACs that much. I think they're just something that hi-fi tells us that we need. Get a good amplifier with analog inputs, and you're going to be great. But if you get an analog input like the Sony DH190, you're going cheap. I'm talking get something like $700-800. Get a Rotel. If you can find a Croft for under $1,000, get the Croft. I know that that's going to be a harder ask. Get the new Arcam. But if you have to get a DAC, if you have to, and your budget is $200, get this one. Okay, that's all I got for you today. Appreciate you watching. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below. And have a great day. Enjoy the music. Oh my gosh, everywhere in the country, it's beautiful right now. There's all kinds of crap all over in the world going on, but go outside. But if you're going to be inside, can you enjoy this? Sure. I just don't think you need it. Okay, have a good day. Thanks again.